I've not really read the rest of the story. And a lot of something to do with Brexit.
Chuck that in there.
No.
Who's there?
News who?
Hello, and welcome to Newsbag, Norfolk's third most popular news-based satire podcast. And
Fair
Jamie.
to say.
That's unofficial, but that's probably where we rank. Yeah, I'm here with Hannah. You all right?
Yeah, good. Just still thinking about that fact.
Yep. Just mull on that for a second. I'll introduce Jamie.
Hello.
I say introduce.
Yeah.
If people don't know, who you are by now.
We could have new listeners. Shaved my beard, so they might be more enticed to come and listen.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognise you
Yeah.
when you turned up. Jamie ridiculously came in here on his electric bike today.
Right. If we're going to talk about ridiculous, what did you immediately just do before we started this podcast?
Had a shower. It's not weird.
It's pretty weird.
What, to have a shower?
While I'm here.
We were sat down to record and I suddenly realised it's all a bit muggy and my brain wasn't really working.
I was a bit worried about you, actually. You seemed a bit manic.
Yeah. I couldn't get my head in the right place. So when I had a shower, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Well, I first tried to have a Red Bull and that didn't work. It made it worse.
I just think a Red Bull at 10 in the morning is just way too early.
Yeah.
It doesn't normally happen, and I think this is why it's had an effect.
I had a spicy chicken sandwich from Tesco once, really early in the morning. I ate it on the bus on the way into uni and I felt terrible.
I bet you stunk the bus. I'd have hated you on that bus ride.
You were also eating a pepperami when I came in as well.
Yeah, I was really trying to... I thought I needed the protein because the Red Bull didn't work.
It's been a really strange morning, and I'm not sure whether that's going to make a good podcast or not.
It almost certainly not. It's not a good plan, is it? Right, Jamie, okay, we need to address the elephant in the room a little bit here.
Go on.
So the other day, me and Hannah were out for a walk, weren't we? You drove past.
Yeah.
You drove past us in your car, window down. You waved at us,
Yeah.
and then you just sped off.
Mm-hmm.
He sped off as if it did look like a chase. Like he kind of saw us, and it looked like we'd just caught him burgling a house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had anything in the back of your car. It's as if you were doing your best to get away from us at that moment. So I don't know if you had anything to say.
I was doing my best to get away from you in that moment because I had somewhere to be. And I thought if I slow down, you might want to have a chat. And I just didn't have time. So basically, I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have to pick up Bertie after work on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And normally I can get there in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much on Tuesday. They've shut off loads of roads and there's so much traffic around the city that I pretty much got, I'd say 95% of the way to nursery. And because of traffic, I had to go round the houses, literally, and that's when I went past you guys.
Oh,
we
wow.
do see him round some houses.
Yeah, it's not a route you normally take, is it?
No.
There's been a lot of roadworks going on.
Oh.
You-
Part of the
It's
reason
the
I've got
real
this
reason.
electric bike,
I saw that in his eyes. You really, really meant that. You looked at, but yeah, that will help.
it takes me, at the moment, 40 to 45 minutes to get home. On the bike, it takes 20 minutes.
Do you, on an electric bike, do you do anything differently than a normal bike?
Turn it on.
Yeah,
I suppose.
turn it on.
Plug it in.
And
You need quite a long wire, didn't
it
you?
can do up to 20 miles or something. And it's either pedal assist or I can just press the throttle and it'll just go by itself.
And it literally, you don't need to do anything.
Going uphill is just like flat land. It's lovely.
Doddle.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it?
I am glad that Jamie just wasn't
Yeah.
not wanting to speak to us because we felt quite hurt. We were like, oh, Jamie didn't want to speak to us. So I'm quite glad that we're not just hated.
Yeah.
It was for your son.
And I would have told you sooner, but you told me not to, so we could talk about it on here.
I said that. He went to explain the note, save it.
Because there's obviously not going to be any good news to tell. So
Yeah, there's nothing.
we'll tell that and the fact that Chris had a Red Bull and had a shower. So
Yeah.
Yeah, start with that.
to
Yeah.
Newsbag.
Big news that is. Also realised I might be slightly bunged up. It's a big week for hay fever sufferers.
Notes.
You do sound bunged up, actually.
So I'm doing my best. I'm going to try to speak clearly, and I hope that is coming across now when I do that.
I kind of want you to talk like that for the whole episode.
It took too much effort.
Did you just want to be sound a bit husky because Jamie sounded husky last week? And he actually got a comment, I think it was from my dad on Instagram, saying that he sounded a bit bassy. And I feel like, is it that you want to sound bassy?
No, nothing to do with that. Not interested in sounding bassy.
That's
Yeah.
good. Round 1.
Right, today, presiding over the events today is moi, as the judge, and I'm here with my trusty Belle.
Who's that? Oh, you.
Moi, that's French for myself. Got the bell here, so what we're going to do? Yeah, why don't we start with round 1?
Round 1.
Round 1. We should get some jingles, shouldn't we?
Round 1.
Don't you put some little... I thought you did with... I thought we had some jingles.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of music here. Maybe if we do... Jamie, do that again? I'll cut that in.
Round 1.
Okay, nice. So let's do round 1. This is the news game.
Okay.
It's a card there, and it's got a news story on it. Half of them are real, half of them are fake. And I'm going to ask you, Jamie, to pick up the card, read it out, and you are going to try and convince me that story is real. You have to convince me it's fake.
Yeah, so I am going to be telling you.
And I don't know which one it is. Okay, Jamie, please read it out.
So I'm reading the whole thing, yeah?
Yep, read the whole thing.
Before we start, I feel like we've not got the hang of this game, have we?
we should have got it by now, shouldn't we?
If any listeners have an idea of how we could improve this game or just explain to us what we're supposed to be doing.
Can you tell us how our show works, please?
And then next episode we'll have it down.
Yeah.
Promise.
Okay.
Cat's life saved by vodka.
All right.
Princess, a 7-year-old tabby cat, was saved from the brink of death by a vodka drip. Her owner found her soaking wet and covered in poisonous brake fluid, which she had ingested after trying to lick herself clean. The vets grabbed a bottle of vodka. They grabbed a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
Jamie, that's...
Downed it and they go,
which is real, which is what happened. They grabbed the bottle of vodka from a nearby off-licence and used the high-strength spirit to counter the effects of the poison, saving her life.
Well-known fact that if you drink some brake fluid, if you just down some vodka after, you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah. A bit convenient, the next and off licence as well. You know, cat that needs some vodka and it happens to be next and off licence.
Well, yeah, I mean, vets presumably are in well-populated places, so I think that isn't too far-fetched.
So they took it into the vet?
The cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you typically do if you...
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Cat someone.
Okay, just realised that Hannah doesn't actually know if that's real or not because you haven't seen the card.
Well, no, I know it's fake.
Okay, oh, nice. I like to see how she did that. So what's your problem with that story, Han?
What's my problem? Well, firstly, I don't understand, so it doesn't really make it very clear because it's not true.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why would I don't know why it was just covered in brake fluid.
Yeah, it hasn't given the origins of this predicament.
There's no, the good news story, you need some sort of some evidence and some facts to make it real, which we've realised we don't often get with stories.
Yeah.
So that can't count towards your argument then?
Yeah, because we're not used to stories with the relevant facts in it anyway.
Yeah, but,
So you're going to hold that against...
Wow.
Yeah, but this is a published game. They have much higher standards than we do.
And I just want you to, really think about it, Chris.
Okay.
Really think about it. There's a cat that's somehow been covered in brake fluid and decides to lick it all off itself.
Lick itself clean.
I know that cats clean themselves, so...
Yeah.
But I don't think it would do that with brake fluid on it, would it? Then it got to the vet, and the first thing the vet thought was, I'm just going to nip across to the off-licence, get some vodka. But I bet that's not what you learn at vet school, because it's not true.
Receptionist going, oh, he's just popping up for the vodka again. Yeah. A lot of cats apparently coming in that need vodka.
What I will say for Hannah is, normally, don't they have, rubbing alcohol? Like doctors and nurses. Would a vets not have that? To be able would that not do the similar thing? Maybe they ran out.
What's that proper stuff called that's just basically all alcohol, like absinthe doesn't? It's not absinthe, but there's medical alcoholic stuff that you use in medicine. You don't use vodka, do you?
I think they probably ran out and that's why they ran across the shop because it says real on the top.
You could stop saying that.
A vet running out of just the basics.
I feel that isn't. Yeah, so vodka is it 40% alcohol? But it's not that silly because I know that there are some animals that have alcohol in their bloodstreams. I think it's ants or maybe a beetle or something. That stops them from freezing underground when it gets really cold. Jamie's not trying very hard to...
I don't need to because it's real.
It's obviously
I've given you all of the facts that are on there.
Just before you make this, just close your eyes and really think about your decision right now.
I think what might be the killer for me, if I was that cat and I started licking myself clean...
I love that your first thing is to think about you from the cat's perspective. This is so Chris.
Go on.
I'd like to take in all perspectives. I'm covered in some fluid. I don't know what it is. I'm going to start licking myself clean. Brake fluid. Probably tastes rank. It's going to be disgusting, right? Why would he carry on... That's one I'm done. I'm hating this, but
an argument against that is cats lick their kittens after they've been born. Ugh. That must taste right.
Yeah, but there's something like maternal and natural about that. There's nothing natural about drinking.
But that must be a defence mechanism to try and get whatever the bad thing off. That's the only way they know how. How else are they going to do it? They're not going to scrub themselves with their hands, are they? Go and get in the shower. Take water.
What say with you? If I got brake fluid all over me, I'd be like, get it off, like out of a panic.
Yeah.
Nah.
She's a cat. They do just lick themselves all the time. Even when they're clean, they lick themselves.
Yeah.
I just think it would taste a bit. It might be dangerous as well. The cat might stop and be all, this isn't tasting right to me.
Imagine it being full of brake fluid.
What was the alcohol for again? Just pour over it.
Balance it out, which is ridiculous.
Put it on a drip.
Yeah, no,
What's that?
injected the.
What?
It injected.
Oh no! They injected a cat with vodka. I'm not having that.
To counter the effects of the poison.
No.
I don't even need to try here.
No. I mean, what is that? Counter effects.
Vodka from an off license.
Well, what else counteracts being poisoned by brake fluid?
I don't know. Stomach pump or something? Some kind of antibiotic? I don't know. Why was your first thought? I'm about to hit the bell, by the way. So, if you're not
that is a great answer. However, this is real, and this really happened. So I agree with you. Why didn't they just pump its stomach? But this is real.
Jamie's not even trying because he knows that this story is.
Do you know what? I think Jamie meant that.
What? No, because he didn't.
I think he meant that. Really came across.
What?
I think you meant that.
Before you press the bell, you're saying that everything you know about the story.
And yeah, I know it's ridiculous.
You're willing to let him because he hasn't got an argument, so he's decided to just go. Well, because it's real.
But he knows how ridiculous it is.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so.
He knows how ridiculous, and yeah,
there's nothing I can make up because it's real.
I'm so
I do
angry
agree with you.
with it.
Why didn't they just pump his stomach?
Yeah.
You're gonna take this.
Do you know what? It could be a blood thinner.
He's talking himself round.
This.
Jamie's talked me around. Jamie's won me over with a passionate speech.
Think again about the story in your
Hit
head.
the bell.
Go on then.
I think it's real.
It's real.
Wow. Something you pulled me around.
Yes.
He got so passionate. I saw it in his eyes.
Yeah, as I looked in his eyes, he knew that it was easier to think that this story was fake.
I had to try and pull everything out of the bag then.
That was amazing.
When I saw it and saw that it was real, I couldn't quite believe it. I was like,
what performance. Hopefully that vet's been struck off.
That saved the cat's life.
Yeah,
Well,
well, yeah, true.
do you know what? I don't deserve a point here because if I couldn't convince you that story was fake, then yeah, I don't deserve a point.
I was with you because it's so ridiculous. Oh, nice. Well done, Jamie. Point.
Yes.
Point for Jimmy Jam.
It's fine. I'll bring it back.
You bring it back. You got time. You got time.
Yeah.
Oh, round two.
Let's head on to Jamie. Do a thing for round two. Do a little thing where you do the.
Oh, round two.
But first,
This is how they're trying to do it.
Not laughing.
Go on.
But first, snack bag, innit?
But first, snack bag, innit?
We're doing great with these jingles. I can't wait.
It's terrible. I realise now why we haven't done them before.
I kind of think, just think before we head into round two, we need a little snack.
That looks weighty, whatever's in there, because you're banging it around.
Do you know what? Normally, I'll let you into a little secret. I've not prepared very well, and there's only enough snacks for the episode that we're recording.
Yeah, but there's a choice.
There's a choice to
You
it.
propose it. You mean you don't prepare for the show? I think the rest of us will have a little bit of something to say about that.
You have a shower and everything.
Yeah.
I think Jamie picked the snack last week when I was the judge. So Chris.
Oh, can I reach in? Yeah.
I can't bend. My setup's wrong.
Okay. Oh, that one. Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, what is it, Chris?
It's a little bit different. These are spicy chorizo and chili cheddar rollitos.
Wow, that looks similar to what you were eating when I came in.
I know, that is.
I don't think Chris needs any more.
I had cheese and pepperoni. And now what we've got here is cheese wrapped in chorizo.
They do look quite fancy though. Look
They
at them.
do.
They're from Aldi.
Me and Hannah are doing a couple of weeks on keto.
We're trying to be good this week.
What does that mean?
No sugar.
No sugar.
No
We had
sugar.
a bad few weeks.
No sugar, well, all carbs, really.
No sugar in that Pepsi, so.
I'm going to have all these. No what?
No sugar in that Pepsi, I was just checking.
Yeah, that's a Pepsi Max, don't worry. Have one of these, guys. Tasty.
I'll be the judge of that.
That's a great...
How are they? How do you feel about the snack today?
No, looks right fancy.
Do you know what I thought as well? It's quite a quiet snack. Because as much as I loved the Pringles last week, I couldn't enjoy them while everyone was talking because they were too loud.
Yeah, true.
Whereas with this, I feel like I can silently eat it.
Yeah, I know. Imagine eating.
I bet people can't tell we're eating now.
Huh? You know, no.
I bet it's going to be really like
chomping away, as if our mouths weren't full.
I went and saw A Quiet Place 2 last week.
Oh yeah.
And it's all about being quiet.
What a link from chorizo to a quiet place.
And then the person behind me went out, came back, packet crisps.
oh,
Furious.
I went out during the film to buy some crisps.
Yeah.
a film called The Quiet Place, which is really quiet.
Surprisingly, it's a quiet film. Long
quiet.
stretches of silence.
Is it surprising? That's really annoying. I think, especially as I get a bit older, I'm more likely to just say something in those situations.
Yeah.
I can't.
I thought that. What was it? Your brother? There's someone dodgy came in his shop, right?
I can't repeat this story because there's quite a lot of swearing in it.
Okay. let's move on.
And it wouldn't get the full effect.
Okay. But you told me the story and I was like, yeah, respect.
I'll tell Jaden the story after.
Yeah. That's inclusive, isn't it, for our listeners?
Got that bit out.
Well, the three of us are going to have a nice story as soon as we stop recording, so...
I tell you what, bloody hell, they're nice.
Yeah, they're nice. I'm enjoying the spiciness.
This might have gone up to one of the best snacks.
They're soft as well.
Because I've noticed you've left the tiniest bit and just put it on the table.
It's going in. Well, I can't eat it all at once. Did you have it all at once?
I've had 2 now.
I've had 2.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't even finished my first one.
Can you believe this, listeners? Silently, me and Jamie have had 2 of them already.
Yeah, you've been doing all the talking as well.
Yeah, because you can talk with it in your mouth. This is what makes it such a good snack.
Yeah. I want to hear some stories, please.
Let's go first.
Your mouth is empty? Are you still chewing? That's all
Mate.
gone. You don't have to open it and show me. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, Han, why don't you give us your story?
Okay, right. So here's the winning story of today, Chris.
Confident.
You're going to like this.
Well, that's, Jamie put that away.
We've decided our winner. So I'm going to put a little bit of intro before I give you the headline, bit of a context setting.
Set the scene, yeah.
I'm reading this out from the EDP, so I've got a story from the EDP. But what is very exciting, local story, this also made national news and was in the Mirror.
Wow.
I can prove that afterwards if anybody
Was it?
wants to, but you'll see why. It's quite a big story. Okay, Prime Minister gifted Norfolk-based rescue goose for wedding. Yeah, so you can see why this makes everyone knows. I nearly gave you a little hint of the story there.
Do you know what I mean? Nothing. You can give Boris Johnson anything, and he will be weird in the present. It's just, if I just saw Boris on a goose, I'm like, yeah, that's normal.
He probably asked for it. There's quite a deep meaning here. So this is one of those stories where, like, you're like, oh, it's a funny little story, but it's like a real deep message that people are trying to get across with it.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So animal rights charity PETA, P-E-T-A, I don't know what it stands for, sorry, I should have looked that up, has gifted a Norfolk-based rescue goose to newlyweds Boris Johnson and Carrie Simmons.
People for the ethical treatment of animals, I believe.
Fits one of my
Point for Chris.
story.
Point
Point for Chris, actually.
So knowledgeable.
to me, yeah. Give me another acronym.
PETA said in honour of Prime Minister's wedding, it arranged a unique present, a goose named Barry. Can you work out why it's called Barry?
Don't know.
Who's getting married?
Boris?
Boris and Carrie.
Right, so this goose actually...
It's called Barry.
I hope that's not the deeper meaning.
Spelled how, though?
That was my favourite bit. Barrie.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good, but correct. Imagine if it was called Chorus. Doesn't work.
I think Barry's better.
Yeah.
The charity said Barry, whose name is a hybrid of Boris and Carrie, just to confirm that was the reason,
Oh, yeah.
was rescued from slaughter and will now live out its days in peace with other geese and ducks at Hillside Animal Sanctuary in Frettenham. So they've kind of like, it's like he's adopted it as a present. He doesn't get to keep it, like, with him.
What
Yeah.
a rubbish. I hate those presents.
Yeah. Because you don't get anything, do you?
No.
No, you just get like a...
Yeah, I don't care if some charity's got him.
Now I've got some additional post up where I open and go, oh look, the goat has written me a card that I've...
And you don't even get to go and like stroke it or anything. I'm furious.
It's not real, is it?
No.
They give you something to unwrap
It's not a
as well.
present.
You get a bit of card, oh, it's all gift card.
I'd rather someone say, look, I'm really passionate about charity. I'm not going to buy a present. I want to put something into charity. Fine. Fine. Like, you've been honest. You've done it. Don't send me a card that has a cute animal on that I can't go and see, but for some reason it's a present for me.
You've not given me a present. You've given me additional admin.
You've taken something away from my life.
Yeah.
You've taken away my time.
I wonder if that's what they were thinking when they
I
got
hate
this
Peter
goose.
already.
No, I think you're about to like them more.
All right.
So what I will say is, in the Mirror, they really played on this next part, whereas Norfolk have more played on the fact it's from Norfolk. And Peter director Alyssa Allen said, geese are loyal birds who are fiercely protective of their partners and offspring. So word on the scene is they've done it as a slight, like a dig at Boris.
Yeah, definitely. It's in the Mirror. It's definitely
not these things. And the Mirror have gone all out. Their headline was, twice divorced Boris Johnson gets goose as a wedding gift because it's loyal. So they've really played on that.
That is really twisted. The media are the worst sometimes, aren't they? Twice divorced.
But I like that Norfolk have sort of like took the, they've took the element. The bit though, if we get to the deep, meaningful bit that we're here, because we're here to like...
We're not at it yet. Giving a goose to charity.
It's a good story, isn't it? It's more layers.
There's layers.
You've got the Norfolk base, you've got the Barry.
Yeah.
You've got the loyal.
Yeah.
Now,
the
this
piece
gift
de resistance.
A part of a campaign to ban foie gras, which I can never quite say.
I think you did.
With more than 33,000 Peter supporters joining the call. So it's been a big decision, because apparently they're trying to... I've not really read the rest of the story, but they're trying to ban foie gras because it's cruel, and a lot of... something to do with Brexit.
Chuck that in there.
But this is the point, I haven't read it properly and I haven't done it justice, but the charity are hoping that the gift will inspire Britons to spare other geese by refusing to eat their flesh, because that's what goes into foie gras. So and something's happened with Brexit where they plan to limit.
Just it's okay. You've not read it. You're reading it for the first time now. It's okay.
I read the bit about foie gras, and then if I'm honest, okay, this is good. It's got deep meaning, but I forgot to
actually
read the
go
rest.
through that. But we're not about deep meaning.
But remember how many layers there were and how much we've had to take in there. There's quite a lot of layers.
Literally with a foie gras. Do you know what it is? It's a bit rank, isn't it?
Is it like...
Something like fatty goose liver or something?
I think they force feed it so its liver gets really fatty. Basically make it really sick, and then the liver becomes a bit of a delicacy. So
which is bad, and we need to stop. So I feel like as much, there's a lot here. So it's a Norfolk story. It's made the local news. There's a bit of humour with the whole loyalty thing. With
the Barry thing.
And we've managed on Newsbag to actually get quite a serious message across for once.
Great message, bad present.
It's annoying, that present, isn't it?
Oh.
Jamie's still don't keep on that bit. Jamie's still angry about the fact that he doesn't like to receive an adopted animal as a gift.
I never have.
Well, you don't get it, that's the point.
Well, we do know what we're getting Jamie for his birthday.
Oh, yeah. It's annoying. I've got your goose, Boris. Oh, well, thank you. Where is it? No, it's in Peter. I've got it. Oh, my mate Peter. No, that's a charity, sir, for something about animals. Oh, okay. I don't know where that's going. I was kind of what if you might join in, but
you were doing such a good job on your own. I was like, I'm just going to let you keep going.
We need some sort of visual cue that you want us to join in. You're doing all the voices yourself.
It felt like you didn't want us to join in, which I think was why we were being quiet. You were like, don't worry guys, I've covered all bases. I'm Boris, I'm Peter. I was hoping you were going to become the goose.
I've been coming, yeah. But just see in my eyes when I start to panic.
But that's when I love it.
Yeah, that's when you pull out.
Yeah, that makes me go more quiet.
Yeah.
Any luck in the campaign to ban foie gras?
Sorry, I was just grabbing a snack.
As you're reaching for a... These are a bit like foie gras, cheese wrapped in chorizo. That's like a fatty...
Yeah, but I don't think geese have been...
Can I have one, actually? Can you just pass?
No, but I can. If I report back, I could get a point, maybe. That's just reminded me that Chris was supposed to bring back evidence that slugs, not snails, as Phil Reynolds rightly pointed out when I put a picture of a snail on Instagram.
Snails, okay.
You were going to be bringing back evidence that snails like to lick envelopes.
I don't think I need to now. I think Phil's backed me up.
What, by saying no?
Well, it's obviously snails that do it. I don't need to back that up. Phil's proved it.
He said that because he's listened to the podcast and he realised I'd got the wrong animal that we had been talking about.
Oh, he was correcting you, not correcting the fact.
Yeah.
Okay, evidence might be required. We'll just leave a little... yeah, I'll do it in a minute.
I'll
to the back garden.
Just see what happens to it.
I've got a snail update.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because we were talking about snails. I got to work the other day and I got my bag out of the back of my car. And there's just a snail sitting on the back seat, like it was sitting in the back seat, like
with its seatbelt on.
being driven. No seatbelt.
With a seatbelt. Oh, that's
I
weird.
was just like, how's that got in my car?
That's amazing. I like a snail.
Just sat, just chilling out on the back.
Just chilling out on the back seat. Yeah.
Did you squash?
Like, facing forward.
Is he like your new best friend?
I put him in a little bush near where I am.
Was he in the car when we saw you?
No, he'd gone by then. So
Well, I mean, as you know, Jamie has nowhere to be, so obviously the snail needed to
too slow.
drop it off somewhere.
He's dropping my snail off.
I hate it when so during the spring you kind of step out your front door and
Do you want us to join in on this?
no, just leave it for now. I'm just telling a story.
Go on.
Well, it's not a very long story.
Strong narration.
You just hear like shell go, yeah. And
It is horrible. You feel like the worst. You feel like the worst person in the
I feel
world.
terrible.
And then it often happens again because he's still kind of there when you get back, but he's not quite. It makes me really sad.
Do you ever like lightly step and then you're like, do I now put my foot fully down? Because
I
it
don't
might
want
not
it to
be
be
completely dead.
So I've already got a point. So I don't know if there's much point, Jamie, doing this.
Well, might as well hear it. Go on,
Why have you got a point?
It's just such a good story.
It's basically in the bag, isn't it? According to Hannah. So you've got a lot.
Give him a go. Give him a go.
Wouldn't be the first time this episode he's pulled me round.
Oh, this is true. I hope that hasn't set the tone of the episode.
So I went to Harry Potter Studios last week.
Why flexing? Like, oh man.
I was just stretching.
It wasn't even a stretch. It was like this weird
No, it was like
dance.
a flex. It was like it was like getting your muscles out.
So let me read my story.
Yeah. Okay. Harry Potter.
Yeah, so I went to Harry Potter World last week.
Well done.
Not in Norfolk.
Not in Norfolk. However, this hotel is.
What hotel? Start with that.
Room with a dragon's view inside Norfolk's first wizard-themed hotel.
Is that?
Oh, that sounds quite exciting.
Okay.
It does, doesn't it? So I'm going to go downhill from here, though. So I'll show you a picture initially. Darren Woods outside the Hotel of Wizardry in Great Yarmouth. He is keen to bring something different to the town, where he enjoyed family holidays as a child. So
I like that he's got this little attachment. Why am I supporting Jamie's story? No, it's just a shame because it's the sort of thing I like.
Yeah, I know.
Do something in this local area.
I give you permission to get behind the story. Okay. Just let this
and it's not
episode
going
go.
to affect.
All right.
Yeah, it's not going to affect points. You get behind it if you enjoy it.
I'll
up to
keep
me.
an open mind.
So it's wizard themed. There's a picture of him outside the hotel. How do you think he's dressed?
Oh,
I really hope he's a wizard.
Dumbledore, dressed like Dumbledore, isn't he?
You ready? Just in a t-shirt.
He looks. If he said to me, "Draw the opposite of a wizard," I think I'd draw. There's nothing magical about him.
There's nothing. He's just looks like a nice enough guy. Quite a nice smile.
Yeah, sorry,
sure.
mate. I didn't know that sounded harsh, but there
Yeah.
is that. There's not much.
So for something that's meant to be your passion, have we got any link to wizardry, like Norfolk?
Well, no, 'cause it's not a real thing, is it?
Good point. Move on.
So, with their deck chairs facing the morning sun and flowers basking...
Jamie.
One more go.
Do you want to start flexing again? Maybe it'll help you to speak. Whops out his tattoos.
It's because it said morning sun and then my brain just went basking. So,
You're a basket case.
with their deck chairs facing the morning sun and flower baskets brimming with blooms, the guest house along Great Yarmouth's Trafalgar Road capture the spirit of the traditional seaside B&B.
So is this a news story or a poem?
I know. This is my little story.
Well, I don't really know where this is going to go.
No, I don't know. You did well
You
to
ready?
get through it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
But behind one of the stone-clad facades,
Nice change in tone.
a magical makeover is underway.
Also, that first description was what it was.
Yeah, and that's what all other B&Bs are like, and that's what you expect. A world away from the lace tablecloths and plastic posies of yesteryear.
I feel like sometimes with the journalism, and it does happen more lately, it's just so flowery language. It's like what are they what
They've literally
descriptive
just got
words?
to get a good amount of words in there, aren't they?
What
haven't
descriptive words called
they?
it?
Adjectives.
They're just, it's full of adjectives.
What degree did you do again?
Wow. It's full of adjectives.
English.
So,
Synonym.
Don't say a word. Go on.
the finishing touches are being put to a trio of suites, each sleeping 6 people.
That's a lot.
6 people to one room.
That took me a second, because when you said suites, I was thinking
of sweets.
because we had that snack bag. So 18 guests could stay in this.
Yeah. It's a former bed and breakfast.
My degree was maths. So,
And it's just a Philosopher's Stone's throw away from the Golden Mile.
That's just me walking out then.
Hannah's actually just gone.
She's just left.
If there's
This is going to be the best quote that you're going to hear from this.
okay,
It's going to be mad,
doesn't exist.
said Darren Woods, the perfume and makeup 58-year-old entrepreneur. So got his age in there. Classic.
So was it the guy in the photo that said it's going to be mad?
Yeah, of course
It's
he
just
did.
not fitting his face.
Yeah.
What a perfume! He didn't look a perfume entrepreneur.
He doesn't look like a wizard either, so...
No.
Well done to him. He keeps a good facade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number 15, that's the number of the hotel, has been transformed over the last few months. And whilst it's not quite moving staircases, there is a secret door in the library and potion suite, and a reputed feeling in the gateway and forest zone.
What? A feeling.
Where people have seen things. There's quotation marks all over this sentence.
Oh, there. I've got so many
And a
questions.
reputed feeling.
Feelings. Jamie's doing the air quotes. I want to know where the secret door goes as well. In the potions room. What potions are in there? E45.
Well,
E45 lotion.
Tea tree shampoo. You don't know, do you? Because they don't exist. So
I do know. I can show you things,
okay.
which I will get to, because I find this the best bit about all of it.
I'm surprisingly enjoying it. I've no idea what it's about.
All I can think is I really want us all to go. Can we go and stay?
Oh, how good would that be?
Oh, shall we?
Claire, you up for it? Yeah? I think the four of us should go and
She'll be
stay.
up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Big time. It's going to be mad.
A Philosopher's Stone throwaway.
That's the best. That's good, isn't it? In the third floor suite, a dragon appears to burst through a castle under the watchful eye of Great Yarmouth's giant observation wheel, which can be seen from the window.
That sounds pretty cool. Well,
Yeah.
like an art, like a mural.
Like a dragon coming through a wall. Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a 4-poster bed, very wizardy,
The most wizardy bed.
which came from a mansion in Essex, because we need to know that,
Ridiculous detail.
and a suit of armour, which was specially commissioned, costing £3,000.
I'm sorry, he needs to get his theme sorted. You've got suit of armour, dragons, wizards. What is his... It's not all going together.
It's all over the place.
So, King Arthur was a knight, and he had Merlin,
Yeah.
who was a wizard.
Yeah, and the Sir Lancelot slayed dragons. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, carry on.
Is that a point, or...?
Well, no.
No,
Let's count.
No, because
There's counter
Anna was saying that
examples.
she's won a point, so at least I'm asking.
Can I have a point for bringing the best snack that we've had so far?
Point for the snacks. That was good.
Can I have a point for knowing what an adjective is? I don't have a degree.
Actually, I'm -1 for Hannah for the same thing.
That's best snack.
for losing the. I'm going to give myself a point for doing the 3 times 6 equals 18 guests as well. I've totally lost the story. So he's got there's some murals
So,
there.
make a wand.
What?
There's wand making workshops. So I imagine that's just go outside the back and get a twig.
Yeah, you pick up a branch.
Sounds good, actually.
So trees are these mythical wand making devices.
So with the wand making, you can paint and decorate your own piece of magic. That's what it says.
We loved him at the start, but the amount of effort he's put into this.
I just wish they'd put a wizard hat on him, though. Like, they've really missed a trick with the photo.
In that photo, that's all they had to do.
So you say he's put loads of effort in.
Yeah.
So here's the dragon bursting through a wall. It's just a wallpapered wall.
Okay.
Oh, so it's quite...
It's all right. I was expecting more kind of street art style.
Actually, I'm going to be honest, this looks like a very standard bedroom.
I was going to say, it just looks like a kid's bedroom.
Yeah, the curtains are a bit tacky.
Do you want to see the library?
Yeah.
Just a wallpapered wall of books. I think that might be the secret entrance to the bathroom.
Oh, this is awful.
That's the secret door there, which is a door.
I was expecting a lot more. I hope you're noting this.
With the 4-poster bed from Essex.
Is that just a bed with 4 letters on it? 4 posts.
You know the mystical forest where people have seen things?
Yeah.
It's just a corridor with wallpapered
I could just
trees.
see him again.
Oh,
Oh, that's not him.
you've taken off
oh,
the-
it
It
is.
is him.
Oh, that's it.
That's him again, looking sad.
Just with some wallpapered
This
trees
is
along the
awful.
corridor.
Oh, you've taken us on a roller coaster here.
And here's the 4-poster bed from Essex.
Oh, it looks crap.
They've not even managed to get like the right bedding. They've chosen like bedding that you just find in a normal house.
Just a 4-poster bed, yeah.
The bedding is what's made me so angry again at these.
Do you know what this reminds me of, Han? We went on that ghost ride, that ghost train. It was really, really bigged up. It was like the scariest thing to come out of America. 40 quid.
It was expensive,
each.
yeah.
Bloody
We splashed out.
That was the early bird discount because we were so keen. We got on it, just turned the lights off and put some spooky music. Okay, there were some actors outside. It wasn't very scary. It kind of reminds me of that. It's just a bit of a...
Like, it sounds like it could be really good, and then look at this.
And here's the cool sort of wizard poster for the hotel.
He's tried.
Hotel of wizardry and with some kind of
Just like a white poster.
coat of arms. Yeah.
Quick, try and capture that let down feeling you've got at the minute, and when you just think about it when you're judging.
The reason I brought this story was because, A, this was news that was posted on a news website, the EDP. Also, they're giving it good press.
They're trying hard.
They're saying how good it looks.
Why can't Newsbag get the same as this? Get the same press. I think the journalists knew what they were doing. That's why there were all these air quotes and...
That's true. I wonder if, like, they
do you know
didn't
what?
know.
The guy was like, "Oh, let me just get into my gear, my wizard hat and my cape." And the journalist was like, "No, don't worry about that. It's not that kind of vibe."
And to be fair, that's why they were using so many adjectives, because they were really bigging it up.
Yeah.
And then we see the photos, and it's like some kids' bedrooms.
I imagine the owners walking through that hallway going, "Oh, this forest, people have seen things." The journalist going, "Seen things."
yeah. See things, got it. Yeah. Dragon, got it. Yeah.
Bloody hallway with some wallpaper on.
The library was it's just wallpaper with books.
I do want to go.
Do you know, that is
we'll
so...
put some of these photos on Instagram. Actually,
Yeah.
I wonder if this will be available
for the three of us.
for your stag.
Oh, you should go and see.
Make some wands.
Oh yeah.
Because even non-residents can make the wands.
Really?
Yeah.
That's picked up again.
Oh.
I hope you're listening, Simon. The activity number 1.
Ideas. Yeah, ideas. I love that story. Thank you. They were great.
Oh no, to be fair, it was good. James is a good story. I just want you to like
capture that. Yeah, but that's what made it.
And,
I think it was like a twist. The journalist knew all along.
One of us read the whole of the story before the podcast and one didn't.
But if you give it a point...
sorry. Just one more thing. Something about Brexit. I might as well.
Can I just say that if you give a point to Jamie, you're basically saying you don't care about animal rights and that you don't support the message, the important message of the story.
2 points to Jamie. No, not really. 1 point to Jamie, but I'm going to give you half a point, Han, because there was a message.
It might have no. What do you?
It's not half a point. No, your story's really good. That's why you're getting half a point. Normally it's 1-0, but you've got one to half. Jamie's only won because of the roller coaster.
It was quite a roller coaster. I'm annoyed because I did really like Jamie's story actually.
Yeah.
I thought the news article itself was just quite the journey.
Yeah.
It was. There was a lot of hype, and it really took you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I'll take the half a point.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go on to headlines, I'm going to reach into your bag.
Nice.
So your bag is our listeners have sent in some funny stuff that's happened around them. Just like local stories, but for them. And also I can't be asked to read the whole stories out. So you kind
it's
of
like a headline. It's like a fusion.
It's a fusion. It's going to segue us in. So here, there was a car driven around without bonnet or a bumper, and it was seized.
Who was that from?
That was from Nikki.
Nice.
So the front of the car was just an open engine.
You'd know, wouldn't you?
He put a picture on Twitter going, "Oh, we didn't see anything wrong with this car." That was good. Another one from Nikki here, actually. Norfolk police find man driving 20 minutes after disqualification.
Well, he got disqualified, then he went back out.
That's so good. So what happened there? He went to court, got disqualified from driving. That was the outcome of the case. And then tried to drive home, and the police were like, "Well, no, what are you doing, you knob?"
That's the ultimate sassy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like sassy and a half.
Maybe assumed it started from like the next day.
To be fair, you probably would be like, "Well, I need to get home, though."
I mean, I probably wouldn't have driven in case.
Yeah.
No, I would have checked. I would have been like, "Oh, can I go home? Can I drive home then?" I would have clarified, I think.
Yeah. Exactly. Just before I go then.
Thanks for the car-based stories, Nikki.
Yeah, they're excellent. Thanks, Nikki. Keep them coming in. Send in your stories to newsbagpodcast@gmail.com. And if we like it, we might talk about it.
Yeah.
Probably not even if we like it. If we get one, we'll read it out.
Yeah.
Because we don't get many.
We don't get many.
Yeah, you're almost guaranteed to have it read out, yeah. Right, we're on to round 3. It's now you guys' time to... I'm giving you headlines. I've taken a word out and you have to tell me what word was missing. All right.
Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get it up.
That's what she said.
So get up the. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Is it all from last week?
Bong.
Bong. Restaurant find. You made me do it.
I didn't make you do it.
No one made you do it.
I followed suit, didn't I? Restaurant fined for refusing to what? In third lockdown.
Shut.
Yeah, it's closed, basically.
Oh.
He got it, yeah. So just because there was people eating in, but it was like in a takeaway box or something.
Yeah.
And the restaurant owner claimed, oh, we only do a takeaway service. It's like, you cheeky little...
That's like they're trying to get around a loophole,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you know what I'm really pleased about?
What?
Actually, now me getting that half a point, I think, is that now put me ahead if I've got a point?
Yeah, it has,
What is
yeah.
it, 2 points today?
No.
Yeah, no, I was only kidding. There was only one.
So I might know 1.5.
Shit.
Oh, no,
Come on,
no,
next
actually.
headline.
I didn't win any.
Didn't Jamie win the first one?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, only half a point behind now.
2 1.5.
Man who set up cannabis farm warned he will... What?
Get high.
No.
Be fined.
No, worse.
Look at
Go
Jamie
to
really
prison.
trying.
Go to prison.
Yep, it's that. Be jailed. I've gone with slightly easier ones here, haven't I?
Yeah,
But I
they're
quite
not
like.
different. Maybe I
Yeah.
think we don't normally get them, do we? So,
We'd never get them before. Yeah.
crap, did Jamie just get that?
Yeah.
warned
Can't
he
win.
warned he will be jailed. Well, there might be 2 points to the last one. So let's just say there's 2 points.
Mightn't there be? What's that about?
Warned he'll be jailed. Yeah, they discovered 131 cannabis plants in a brick shed.
Wow.
And unexplained sums of money totaling over £13,000
I think they're very explained.
Yeah.
had been
Obviously
yeah, okay. Final one, Hannah. I feel like you're going to get this one because it's about crabs. It's disappointing. Anger as crab pots used for what?
Crab
Fishing.
hats.
What? Like you both said, Hannah.
Fishing.
Right? No.
Little crab hats.
Oh, I really wish that was.
What is a crab pot?
Is it like that you get your bit of crab in?
Okay.
That's what I've
I don't
assumed. Yeah, a little polystyrene.
Oh, served it.
I think so.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That explains the headline now.
Ice cream.
No. Think about burning.
Fire.
Yeah. Bonfire. Beach bonfire was the answer.
I don't think I would have said that point.
Anger as crab pots used for beach bonfire. So a couple had found they go around collecting gear off the beaches that kind of wash up.
Why do you say gear and not rubbish?
Big git.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's what the story says. So I was trying to read. It's quite nice. They go and collect rubbish off the beach and take it back. But this time there was so much they couldn't take it all in one go. And by the time they came back, someone had started a bonfire of all the crab pots.
Did somebody start it, or did they start it and go, oh shit, we're going to get in trouble for this?
They
Or say
discuss-
someone else did it.
Yeah. We were just trying to get rid of the rubbish. We've made a mistake.
Well, maybe. Why are you doubting them? They're doing a good thing. They're doing a good
It
thing,
is
aren't
good.
they?
It is a really good thing. Well done, you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, that's the end. We've
Yeah.
come to what's the scores? Two. Who got that last one? Hannah got it. Hannah got it, didn't you, with the bonfires thing? So 2.5 versus 3, I think.
Yeah.
Have I
Close
still
one.
lost?
Huh?
Have I still lost?
Yeah.
Second.
Where did I come? Did I get 2 points?
Somehow you did quite well.
Yeah, I did it all right actually.
Being the judge.
You beat me, but only just. Second up 3 doesn't sound so bad, does it? Yeah. But I hope you don't mind because everything you brought was excellent.
No,
And,
I've had a nice snack and I quite enjoyed Jamie's story, so.
that was a good story.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for listening. As it happens, our news bag is empty for this week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
I love our awkward bye.
From the Yorkshire Post, a few years ago, Joe Castle, 90, received a parcel of historical documents at his home through the post, but was surprised to find them eaten around the edges. Right? There's also a letter from Royal Mail inside the parcel explaining that snails had climbed inside the letterbox and partially eaten his package. Despite the company putting slug pellets inside their boxes to discourage them. So they're so keen they even...
So you found one article from when?
There's loads on Google about it. So.
Can I point something else out as well? Mm-hmm. Was that originally you were saying slugs, not snails? And you've just given us a fact about snails.
Good point.
I've already been corrected on that. So.
That sounds more like survival. They've got stuck in the letterbox.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to have to eat this post. That's all we've got.
Trying to eat themselves out. So I like that they still give the age of the person.
Oh, I hope he's still alive. 5 years on.